What's good, YouTube? I have a quick video for y'all. Apparently, Volkanovski and Ortega will be the the Ultimate Fighter coaches for its return on ESPN. And to me, this is a big botch by the UFC. It's not the worst thing they could do, but there's just so many better matchups they could have done. Now, listen, I'm gonna break this down into two segments, two sections. Whether it has to be a champion and challenger or not, because if not, that just opens up a realm of possibilities. But let's start off with if it does have to be a champion and challenger. There's so many better fights. Let's say Usman wins, or let me phrase that. Let's say Masvidal wins and Nate Diaz wins. You could put them as Ultimate Fighting head coaches, um, leading up to their rematch. You could do let's say Usman wins and UFC wants Kobe to get the immediate rematch. You could do Usman Kobe as coaches. You could do, if Whitaker wins, you could do Izzy Whitaker, which I think would be a banging season, because those two don't like each other, but there's a mutual respect, but they don't like each other. I think that'd be a very interesting one. And plus we get to see a lot of Bobby Nux and Israel Adesanya, two of my favorite fighters on the roster. So wouldn't hate to see that. I like that personally. I'd like to see that. I mean, look, if Jones and Ngannou's coming down the pipe, which it looks like maybe not so much, but if so, have them do. They could be the coaches for the Ultimate Fighter, or even Ngannou and Lewis could be coaches for the Ultimate Fighter. I mean, shoot, if Weili Zhang and Valentino both win their fights and they want to have a super fight, them two could be coaches. Even though I think language barrier might be a problem. Not might. Language barrier is a problem. I mean, Chandler versus. I mean, you could. I don't know when they plan on having it. I think they plan on doing it in the summer. So the winner of Chandler Oliveira and the winner of Poirier McGregor could be the coaches. Like, I think there's so many options out there, and that's just the championship, like champions. There's so many ways to go with this. Let's not even bring up like just stuff that would be entertaining. Kobe versus Jorge would be entertaining. I mean, I heard a lot of people say Till and Mike Perry, which would be hilarious. That would be hilarious head coaching. The problem with that is Mike Perry doesn't have a head coach himself. How can he be a head coach when he doesn't have a head coach himself? So that's the one issue. Um, I think TJ versus Sandhagen, personally, just for me, I think that would be an interesting one. Oh, that's another one for championship wise. You could have Petr Yan and Aljamain Sterling. Again, as I said, language barrier might be a thing, but Jan's learning English slowly and steadily, but it is what it is. But yeah, I mean, that would also be another interesting one, especially with all the trash talk. Man, I mean, there's so many you could do. I mean, it's unfortunate that they chose this. I'm not going to say it's unfortunate, because you get a platform to two of the most skilled fighters in the world, in Alex Volkanovski, who doesn't nearly get as much credit as he should, and Brian Ortega, who's looking to prove himself, because the stigma is that this dude's just a tough kid who isn't the most technical in the world, after seeing his Max Holloway fight. And he showed big major improvements and showed that he truly is a championship quality fighter against Korean Zombies. So I'm glad they're getting the platform, especially Volkanovski, because Volkanovski gets so much disrespect. It's insane. Listen, I believe he lost the Max fight, just like almost every other person. But to say, for him to even push Max Holloway the way he did in both fights, I mean, the first fight's pretty obvious. Max Holloway won that. I mean, Max Holloway lost that fight. Volkanovski won that fight. And the second one's close. So to be able to even do that against Max is insane, because nobody else can do that. You just saw the number 6 guy get absolutely pieced up like he didn't even belong in the organization. That's how good Max is. So to be able to hang with that dude should be a statement to how good Volkanovski is. He is really he's a solid dude, and we'll see. It's a shame this fight got canceled because of COVID. I was really looking forward to it. But yeah, I mean, that's about it. I mean, I think the UFC, they could have come up with something better than this, Volkanovski Ortega. But it is what it is. You know, enjoy that we're at least getting the Ultimate Fighter back. It's a great outlet for up and coming fighters to get their shot at the UFC. And yeah, thanks for watching. Just want to give you this short little video. I forgot about this news myself. I was like, you know what? Let me talk about it real quick. Shouldn't be that long. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'm gone.